Hello, you're watching The Big Story with me, Chao Suen. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel to stay up to date with our live news updates. Now, a special police investigation panel has concluded that the crowd crush in Seoul's ITAEWON nightlife area last October was a man-made disaster. And it has referred more than 20 people to prosecutors to face charges of professional negligence resulting in death. They include police officers and officials from the local district, fire department and Seoul metropolitan government. More than 150 people died in the tragedy after tens of thousands of young people crowded into narrow alleyways to celebrate Halloween. The panel found that the police did not devise safety measures in anticipation of large crowds and did not take appropriate steps after calls for rescue started coming in. Japanese prosecutors have indicted the man suspected of killing former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe after undergoing psychiatric review for more than 5 months. 42-year-old Tetsuya Yamagami was charged on Friday with murder and violating gun laws. He was arrested on July 8th after allegedly shooting Mr. Abe with a handmade gun. Malaysia's oldest party, UMNO, has officially kicked off its first major meeting since its worst ever performance at a general election, finding itself in a leadership crisis ahead of party polls that must be held in the first half of this year. UMNO President ZAHID Hamidi set the tone for the ongoing 4-day General Assembly concluding tomorrow as he took aim at party rivals in his opening address. Addressing the more than 5,000 party delegates at UMNO'S headquarters in Kuala Lumpur, Mr. Zahid also indicated that he is open to facing a leadership challenge. Former Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin has publicly expressed an interest in mounting a challenge against the incumbent president. Mr. Zahid, who is Malaysia's Deputy Prime Minister, also warned that action may be taken against 10 lawmakers from his party who had begged the opposition, Perikatan Nasional's chief Muhyiddin Yassin, to become the PM without UMNO's consent to do so.
I have already said it very loud and clear. I have already forgiven to all of them, although it's difficult for me to forget. But I think let's first the reality that the 30 MPs need to be intact in order for unity government to be stabilized.
Joining me now from UMNO'S headquarters in Kuala Lumpur is Malaysia correspondent Ram Anand. Thanks for joining us today, Ram. So, how much of an influence will the results from the 15th general elections have over this meeting? And how has it highlighted the split within UMNO?
The results of the 15th general elections, as we know, resulted in a hung parliament, which caused UMNO to join hands with its longtime rivals, Pakatan Harapan. So the current General Assembly is the first time party delegates have gathered since the 15th GE. So the decision of the party top leadership to work with Pakatan Harapan to support a government led by their longtime rival, Anwar Ibrahim, as the Prime Minister, I think the General Assembly will serve as a yardstick. The reception towards the President, the reception towards the top leadership, all of that will be gauged with the mood in this General Assembly, basically. And also the divide within the party, I think in the next few months, there will be a lot of jostling because the party election is set to happen. It is due by May 19th. Although it's not happening in this current assembly, this is where people might declare their intentions to contest for top positions, and delegates will also use this avenue to express whether they want to see contest for the top 2 positions or not, which might have direct implications on the government led by Ms. Tan.
So I understand that our colleague Zunaira has also asked several UMNO members about whether the party should allow members to contest for top positions. What have they said?
The party members that our colleague Zunaira spoke to generally have been calling for contest for the top 2 positions. There has been a motion, I think, put forward by the proposal, rather put forward by the women's wing yesterday, calling for no contest for the top 2 position, which is the President and Deputy President post, which is an attempt to secure the presidency of Zahid Hamidi, who is the Deputy Prime Minister right now and also facing graft charges. But generally, the members that our colleague spoke to, they want to see a contest for the top positions. They're not necessarily against Zahid, though. They seem to be supportive of his presidency, but I think they believe that the presidency needs to be legitimized in the form of a contest, despite some calls by some quarters.
Now, speaking of contest, let's talk about Mr. Khairi, who has publicly stated his intention to challenge Mr. Zahid for the presidency. What do you think are his chances, and does he have the support needed from the party?
I think a lot will be determined in the coming months whether he has the right kind of support to mount a challenge. Mr. Khairi has expressed an interest to contest for the top positions. Also earlier today, Dr. Sri Hishamuddin Hussein, who is seen to be also in a camp that is opposed to Zahid's leadership, he has also declared his intention to contest, but both of them have not explicitly, or rather explicitly state that they want to contest for the president's post. So I think there's a bit of still wait and see approach there, because they need to wait until tomorrow when the assembly ends to see if the assembly decides whether they're going to be a contest for the top positions, and then gauge the mood from there. So at the moment, I would say Zahid still seems to hold all the cards when it comes to retaining the presidency. He seems to be in a position where he can strengthen his bid even further, because he's now Deputy Prime Minister again, and being the president of the party, the power of incumbency is very strong in a party like UMNO. And Khairi did attempt to contest for the post in 2018, and he did not manage to secure enough backing from the division heads. So a lot of it remains to be seen. The interest is definitely there. But I think end of the day, there might only be one challenger. All of Zahid's challengers might team up together and choose one candidate to take on Zahid, so the votes are not split in that regards. But who that candidate will be, will it be Mr. Hishamuddin, or will it be Mr. Khairi, or will it be someone else? It remains to be seen.
Like I said, Ram, it definitely looks like it all remains to be seen. Thank you, Ram. This has been Malaysia correspondent Ram Anand. And in local news, construction of the Jurong region line began with a groundbreaking and viaduct launching ceremony earlier today. The JRL, which will be Singapore's 7th MRT line, will have 24 stations which are all above ground. In the initial stages, the line is expected to serve 200,000 daily riders, with figures expected to rise up to 500,000. Set to be open in 3 stages from 2027 to 2029, it is expected to significantly improve connectivity in the western part of Singapore. The design and transport infrastructure plan of the line reflects LTA's effort in reducing the environmental impact of their projects and promote sustainability.
In fact, sustainability was a key consideration in the design of the JRL. All JRL stations will be fitted with solar panels to generate renewable energy for station operations. The stations have also been designed to allow cross-flow natural ventilation to reduce energy usage from fans and air conditioning. As for JRL trains, they will be equipped with sensors to automatically dim lights during the day. Like existing MRT lines, JRL will also adopt a regenerative braking system, which uses energy produced by trains during braking to power nearby trains or stations.
Now, the couple allegedly involved in a luxury goods scam worth about $32 million were handed new charges on Friday. Singaporean P. Japang, 27, was handed 2 new charges, including 1 count of failing to be available for investigations by failing to report for bail. His wife, 28-year-old Thai national Pansuk Siriwipa, was handed 1 new charge of leaving Singapore after surrendering her travel documents. The pair had allegedly duped customers of Trade Nation and Trade Luxury into believing they would be sold luxury watches and handbags, but had no intention of delivering the goods. And Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of rock and roll legend Elvis, has died in California after being rushed to hospital following an apparent cardiac arrest. She was born in 1968 and was just 9 years old when Elvis died. Lisa Marie leaves behind her mother Priscilla and 3 daughters. She was 54. And those are our top stories for today. Visit straitstimes.com for more news and our YouTube channel for more videos. Subscribe by hitting the red button below. I'm Chao Suan. Have a great weekend and we'll see you next week.